Hi, I'm Connor. I'm a rising senior at the North Carolina School of Science and Mathematics. I am currently 17 and my main interests are computer science and mechanical engineering, particularly the intersection between these two fields in the form of robotics engineering and automation engineering. So I've actually always really been interested and passionate about STEM. However, I was first inspired to pursue engineering as a career when I started to do robotics, first robotics in fourth grade. It was then this experience that I was able to apply my passion for creating and building stuff to an actual meaningful application. Specifically, I was encouraged by my mentors, who were at the time Dr. Al Childers and Mr. Shane Trent, who have really always encouraged me to ask the questions why, how, and what. So, why does this work? Why does this not work? How do we make this actually work? How do we make this better? And what are we going to need to do to actually make this system better? And I think them encouraging me to always ask these questions has really helped to shape where I am today and really helped to shape me going into, especially in some of the projects that I've been able to work on, especially my project that I was able to apply to Science and Engineering Fair this most recent year. So yeah, as a whole, ever since I started doing robotics, I've just absolutely been in love with that. I've absolutely been in love with engineering, and I've never really had much of a doubt that that's what I want to do. Specifically, I've been able to apply this knowledge to a bunch of different projects that I've been able to work on. One of the more recent projects that I was able to work on is I actually was able to design this Stuart platform, which is a 6-axis actuating system that has a plate mounted on it that is applying computer vision in order to balance a marble in the middle of this plate. And that was a project that allowed me to learn a lot of different things. This actually takes me to my most recent project, which I actually thought of while I was working on some of the manufacturing for that project. And essentially, for that project, I was manufacturing all of the hardware that went into the system. And I was thinking about methods of 3D printing and essentially, are there any different methods that we could do, which is where I got the idea for actually creating a static surface polar motion system in a printer, which has a very specific application. However, in its application can be incredibly useful. And then actually talking to a friend of mine at the North Carolina School of Science and Mathematics, I was able to, we were able to basically figure out this possible application for this project in the form of 3D printing parameterizable artery stents on site in an extremely affordable manner, which gives this opportunity to really help and change this industry that is currently has some very significant flaws in the actual manufacturing of these stents. So that was actually the project that I was able to apply to Science and Engineering Fair this past year, which has been just an absolutely amazing experience. It has really helped me to be able to present this project to judges and get like real-time feedback on the project. And well, yet again, with people encouraging me to ask the right questions and be able to determine where are the flaws with this project, where are the areas that we might need to put more research and put more work into, and then also help to determine various other applications for this technology, where can it also be able to help people. And that is actually, all of this has really comes together to really reinforce what I definitely want to do with my life, which is I definitely want to go into engineering. Specifically, I want to get a double major in computer science and mechanical engineering, and then pursue a graduate degree in robotics engineering. And then from there, I really want to be able to apply this this new field of robotics, which has this amazing potential to be able to help people and to be able to improve society. And I want to work towards being able to apply that in order to basically solve these problems and deal with these issues that people have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, that we might just, there are so many better ways that we can do this, where we can automate these solutions, or we can essentially work on improving just the solutions that are in place. Yeah, so that's kind of a little bit about my story. And then moving on, I think there are so many people out there who are wondering, basically how do you get involved with science and engineering? And I think what you want to do really is just go out and do it. Like, don't worry about what people are going to say. Don't worry about like, oh, I'm not old enough to do this, or I don't have the knowledge to do this. That really is not a restraint, because you can basically learn anything you need to on the internet these days. And through that, there's really very little restriction in what you can do. The only restriction is your actual mindset, and the mindset is essentially what people are telling you. So just ignore that and just go out and do what you want to do. If you're passionate about rocketry, then go out and actually build a model rocket. If you're interested in biology, see if you can try to get a job at a wet lab, in all of these different areas where really all you have to do is go out and do it.